To my Azure Moon walkthrough, we are going to go over the penultimate fight, taking Fort Merceus. Well, penultimate fight, but this is really the penultimate month. This is going to be a very tricky battle, as you've probably guessed already. You're going to be fighting the Death Knight, who, if you remember from, well, pretty well from the first half of the month, he was a pretty strong guy. Thankfully, he's not as powerful, or, I mean, you wouldn't be able to kill him, or at least that's the hope. Make sure your team is properly prepared for all of this. Make sure that if anyone's got anything that will help boost their power, they've got it equipped. For example, here. And nope. Sure, everything is in place. Now do check the map before you start. You're probably going to be greeted by a giant demonic beast when you first view the map. And trust me, it is pretty big until you see the second one. And you think, oh my goodness. There's your Death Knight at level 50. And the reason why I have to point that out is you might notice that other enemies are at level 39. This guy, however, is the standout. And I mean the standout. Now you might notice what happened to his scythe weapon. Well, I actually did the paralog for Merceus and Caspar earlier, so he gave away his weapon. Now all he has is a Brave Lance, which is still not a bad weapon, so please don't underestimate it. Now let's get this battle underway. Now the victory conditions, and this is really important, defeat the enemy commander. Your defeat conditions, the typical, all your units fall in battle.
I now see why they call this. We must capture all of those locations as we push.
Now I want you to pay attention to what Dimitri said, that there are 4 locations. There's a fire orb, a ballista, another ballista, and another fire orb. Now, unlike other maps, you're going to have all 4 of these units pelting you at once. And that damage adds up over time. You'll want to plan for taking them out efficiently, while also making your way forward. Plan well, because if you don't, well, you're in a spot of trouble. To address that, as best as I can, I'm going to have Byleth move forward.
Leave it to me.
Dimitri will follow him,
I am prepared.
as well as Dedu.
At your service.
I'm also going to have Merceus go with this flank.
I'll cut through.
Felix will just join up temporarily.
I'd be honored.
Ash and Ingrid
Ready when you are.
will move towards the fire orb.
What's the plan?
I'm going to move Sylvain, Annette,
Onward.
and Flame towards the fire orb, the other fire orb on the map.
Too slow.
Now, my characters are pretty high leveled, so you're going to see that, well, they're not going to take that much damage from a ballista or a fire orb, but that damage adds up. And even with my characters as powerful as they are, it's still damaging. You want to get those out of the way as soon as you can. It's not funny. Now you might think it's best to ignore this giant demonic beast. Not necessarily. Because, especially if you're on lower levels, you're going to be pelted from multiple angles. There are a lot of units on this map.
Predictable. Here is something. All is going to plan.
Now this guy is going to charge an attack. And as you can see, that range is huge. If you've got a gambit that will break it, or help to contribute to breaking it, now is the time to pull it out. So for example, I can move here. Go through the assault shoot gambit. Which will shatter some of these. Gonna have Dimitri use his gambit.
We must destroy you now.
To break through. I've got one final one to smash. And fittingly, Jadu's gonna break it. That is going to make it a lot harder for that demonic beast to inconvenience me. And allows me to set up for a kill.
Strong.
It is actually very important that I killed this demonic beast quickly. That's why gambits were particularly helpful in this case. Because that beast is just going to be a very big thorn in my side if I didn't do that. Now Ingrid will have enough speed to move over to that fire orb, take him out. She'll occupy that spot so it can't be taken anymore. I'll have Ash
It's my duty.
take out that mage that was coming from the side. Sylvain is going to take out the Imperial soldier that way. And he'll run up the stairs. Annette will also run up the stairs, but take out that mage.
Knew you could do it.
Plain will take out this knight to buy Annette and Sylvain a little bit more defensive time. Now, I actually lucked out there. If he had hit any of those brave axes, I might have had to do a rewind. But that didn't happen, so I am safe.
Watch and learn. I must lead them well. Predictable. All is going to plan.
I spy.
This is what I mean too, don't let your guard down, because units do hit hard on this map. And I wasn't making that up just to be paranoid. People are genuinely powerful and they pose big threats if you haven't been training.
Let's keep our guard up.
Oh, he got a heal. That's not good. You'll notice there's a couple of units behind us. But that's not the big focus. Now some of you might have wondered why I didn't just throw Sylvain or anybody else over, or Annette over. And that was because, well, it didn't really matter. I just needed the tower gone. And Ash was perfect in at least giving me some momentum. I just need them gone. I don't need to take them, although they're very helpful. I'll show you what I mean. So if Annette takes it, she'll deal incredible amounts of damage. But I didn't really need to take it for that
stronger.
And he was taken down, which is good, because I didn't have the strength in me to keep it going.
Can't be careless.
Now with Merceus, I'm going to heal Sylvain so I can heal Merceus as well. Dedue, being the boss he is,
More proof of my
continue to clear out the
loyalty.
front.
This is
Keep it up.
Dimitri will take out the other guard. And just so that these units don't bother me, oops.
You haven't earned my pity.
Gonna have Felix take out the units at the back, while Byleth moves further up. Flame in the meantime will stand a little further back.
I cannot live.
Take out another Imperial soldier.
watch and learn.
You thought what?
Child's play.
Worrisome. If we find it,
Now at this point you will have noted that yes, reinforcements do come in, which is why again you can't just rest on your laurels. But to be honest, it's not a big deal. Now you might wonder why I'm not sticking a net, if you haven't noticed earlier. Despite that fire orb being able to target your entire army, it really doesn't target that much if you're using it. By the time you've made it up to that fire
Can't
orb,
afford to lose.
you should only really be using it to take out any extra units that have made it this far. It wouldn't do you any good to hang on to it too long.
The odds.
That being said, I'm not abandoning people just yet.
hate me if you must.
Dimitri could take that out.
Like that.
And Byleth will take a short detour to take out that archer.
Turn the tides.
Now no one's going to be shooting at me anymore. Bring everybody up.
At your service.
Ash, so that Merceus gets a little heal as well. And move up Dedue, flank Dimitri. Now I don't need to do this, I could just concentrate all my units again. But, just for the sake of ease, I'm just gonna keep my units split up.
I was just stronger.
Now if you do this right, and you should do this properly. Oop, meteor fell. Even if the other units started making their way now, it wouldn't make a large difference. Do flanks. Felix moves up. So does Merceus. Confidently ride forward. Use Fortify. Bit expensive, but it'll heal up a net.
It is done. Onward.
Take out those mages.
Close one. I won't back down. I'm sorry.
We're not really sorry that we're taking out units.
Can't afford to lose.
I'll cut a path for his highness.
Now the units should be getting slightly desperate.
I must lead them well.
That demonic beast is a bit worrying.
It was the only way.
Nothing I can't handle though.
My duty is your death.
Get a little bit more experience.
I can
There will
always
be
depend
no
on
further
you.
reinforcement. If they call it more reinforcement.
Go back to the lance. Take out the other side.
Good.
And now that should be all reinforcements taken care of. Shouldn't have to worry about too much else. Now I could be mean and have Merceus engage the Death Knight. And I will.
One to remember.
Don't underestimate me.
I won't worry too much about our demonic beast over in the corner, because he's not important right now. Oops. Merceus went a bit too far back. I'll have her play around with the Death Knight. He can somehow retaliate because he can use magic. Please, I hope nobody forgot that. And I'll take him out with Byleth. And that is the battle.
You make me feel safe.
The enemy general, her victory is out.
Now that is taking Fort Merceus. Just a recap, you do want to take out the Ballistae and the Fire Orbs as soon as you can. Split your group into a few teams and keep moving on forward. Taking out the giant demonic beast in the front is important. You can ignore the second one that you see in the back. Make your way slowly but surely, and then have your strongest units crush the Death Knight as soon as possible. That is the Taking Fort Merceus walkthrough in a nutshell. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. There will be more videos like this in the future. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.